Hi, this is Teacher Jennifer from US Citizenship Podcast. It's with a heavy heart we talk about the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. However, today we're going to celebrate her life and her legacy and share with you some information about the Judicial Branch and some of the women who serve in the Judicial Branch. Let's go to the quiz that I have. Number 1. In 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor became the first woman to serve as an Associate Justice of the highest court of the United States. Question: what is the highest court of the United States? A, the Court of Appeals. B, Family Court. C, the Superior Court. D, the Supreme Court. The answer is D, the Supreme Court. Question 2. Before she was appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg advocated for women's rights as a volunteer lawyer for the American Civil Liberties Union. Question: what are two rights of everyone living in the United States? A, freedom of assembly. B, freedom of speech. C, freedom to travel. D, freedom to work. The answers are freedom of assembly and freedom of speech. Question 3. In 2010, former U.S. Solicitor General and Harvard Law School Dean Elena Kagan became the fourth woman to serve on the Supreme Court. Question: how many justices are on the Supreme Court? A, 3. B, 6. C, 9, D, 12. The answer is C, 9. Let's continue on. Question 4. Tani Cantil Sacayue, a Filipino-American jurist, currently serves as the Chief Justice of California. Question: who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? A, Betty Roberts. B, John Roberts. C, Julie Robinson. D, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Answer is B, John Roberts. Question 5. Eliza Stewart Boyd was the first woman in America to serve on a jury 50 years before women received the right to vote. Question: what is one responsibility that is only for U.S. citizens? A, appear in court. B, serve on a jury. C, study the law. D, vote in an election. The answer is B, serve on a jury. Question 6. Jacqueline Hong Ngoc Nguyen currently serves on the U.S. Court of Appeals. She and her family came as refugees after the fall of Saigon. Question: name one war fought by the U.S. in the 1900s. A, the Civil War. B, the Cochinchina Uprising. C, the First Indochina War. D, the Vietnam War. The answer is D, the Vietnam War. Question 7. During World War II, Sonia Sotomayor's parents came from a U.S. territory to New York City. She is the first Latina to serve on the Supreme Court and self-identifies as a Norican. Name one U.S. territory. A, the Antilles. B, Cuba. C, the Dominican Republic. D, Puerto Rico. The answer is D, Puerto Rico. Question 8. In 1973, the Supreme Court affirmed the constitutional right to privacy in the case Roe v. Wade and struck down a law that prohibited abortion. Since then, there have been many legal challenges to laws concerning women's reproductive rights, yet this ruling still stands. Question: what does the judicial branch do? A, decides if a law goes against the Constitution. B, makes federal laws. Or C, vetoes state laws. The answer is, of course, A, decides if a law goes against the Constitution. So you can download this PDF and take the practice quiz yourself. I now want to show you some extra resources for you to deepen your study of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the Judicial Branch. The first one I want to show you is from ESL Library, and they have an intermediate PDF which you can download that basically talks about the life of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, plenty of vocabulary and different activities to do. You can do this as a PDF, or you can do this as an online activity. So the process of gaining knowledge, usually in school, is it going to be title, education, judge, law, or prestigious? Well, the answer is, of course, education. There we go, education. So next one, number 2. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was respected or admired. So what's the word for respected or admired? It would be prestigious. Okay, and the last one, the official name of something or someone, of course, is title. So you can get that from ESL Library, which means you need to have a subscription for that. And they also have a really great lesson plan about the Supreme Court. The next one that I want to talk about is USCIS has a really good beginning low lesson plan about the U.S. government, the 3 branches of the U.S. government, and even the judicial branch. So here's one, even the concepts are difficult. Here we are with the judicial branch. We have Ruth Bader Ginsburg here, and they have also John Roberts, who is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. There's an intermediate lesson as well. You can follow up the USCIS lessons with preparing the oath from the Smithsonian Museum, Smithsonian American History Museum, and there's 4 videos. Remember, preparing the oath has 1 video for every single one of the 100 questions, and they just updated it so it doesn't use Flash, so you can watch it on your computers and your cell phones. Next one, I'm going to talk about 4 videos. These are higher level, but they're still really worth it. The first one is from the U.S. courts. So this is the official YouTube channel from the U.S. courts, and this is Sonia Sotomayor.
Pleasure and delight to welcome each of you as a citizen of the United States of America. Today, our nation celebrates Constitution Day, also called Citizenship Day. Our country.
So here you can basically see one of the welcome messages that they play during the oath ceremony. The next one that I would like to share with you is a series of videos that that different judges made about how they got from their background, from their childhood background, how they became the members of court. So here we have one from U.S. Court of Appeals Judge Jacqueline H. Hahn. And so let me just play you just a clip from this one.
Ethic and their sense of humility and their tremendous gratitude for the opportunities that this country offered. And I always had a sense that it would be very wasteful not to reach out and take advantage of those opportunities.
So here again, you can see the different people who serve in the U.S. Courts. Excuse me, the U.S. courts. The next one is a very good video from Ted Ed, and this is basically asking, how does a U.S. Supreme Court justice get appointed? Well, this one goes pretty fast, so I want to show you a really important, a really important tip, how to slow down the videos. You go to the settings, you go to the playback speed, and you can select 0.75 or 0.5 and watch it several times at a slower speed and then bring it back up to the normal speed. So that's a good way to get a lot of good information about how the U.S. Supreme Court justices get appointed. They talk about being nominated. So here's Barack Obama nominating Sonia Sotomayor. This is when the Senate basically votes to confirm the appointment. And this is Sandra Day O'Connor being sworn in as the first woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. This is also, it can be a difficult video, but let me give you another tip. So in the previous one, I showed you how to slow it down, or slow this one down. Here you can basically see how to make a transcript. So you go down here, you say, oh, excuse me, not that one. Sorry about that. Okay, so here you go to, you open the transcript, and what happens is the transcript is going to be open. You see the transcript right here. There's 3 dots on the upper right hand, and you can basically toggle the timestamps and then simply copy and paste this into another document. Let me show you how to do that again. Let's go to the next video. On the next video, it's talking about how a case gets to the Supreme Court. So again, you may want to slow this one down. How do you slow it down? You go to settings, you go to playback speed, and you can choose a slower setting of 0.75 or 0.5. Now, you may want to basically study some of the new words in there, or maybe you want to make a listening transcript for your students, or even a closed paragraph exercise. You can go to the 3 dots here, go to Open Transcripts, and here what you want to do is you basically want to toggle the timestamps, because you want to take out those timestamps, and now you can simply copy and paste that into another document, so you can basically create your materials. If you need more information about the Supreme Court, VOA Learning English has a really excellent series about the Supreme Court, and plus it talks about 8 or 9 landmark Supreme Court cases. And also VOA News is really following the what is happening with the Supreme Court vacancy. So they're going to be posting article after article about that in their section on VOA News under USA Politics. I want to get to some fun stuff before we leave for today. I teach a lot of times. I teach at libraries, and when I do citizenship classes at libraries, a lot of young children sit with their parents. As the parents are studying for citizenship, they sit there and they want to be with their parents. Well, what I try to do is I try to find coloring pages about whatever we're studying. So here's some coloring pages that you can download for free from She Knows, and these are coloring pages about RBG. So here we are. We have this Ruth Bader Ginsburg coloring book is 9 printable pages of pure magic. So please check that out, and please download that and share that with your own students. Finally, let's go back to US Citizen Podcast, and I can show you some other videos we have. I just posted a new video on Sunday about Constitution Day and Citizenship Week quiz. It's a long video which has 27 questions from the N400 and 27 civics questions arranged according to the structure of the Constitution. What's really helpful is there are a lot of definitions in there. Also, you have a direct link over here to Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the discussion about the Supreme Court vacancy. You have resources for Hispanic American History Month. You have resources about Constitution Day. You have resources about voting in the 2020 election for ESL students. And one final thing. On Friday, was the beginning of the Jewish New Year. And I do have a quiz here that basically celebrates the contributions of Jewish Americans. And of course, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is mentioned in that. So I hope you stop by to see my website, uscitizenpod.com, and I know you will be a great American citizen. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.